Hello, everyone, and welcome to this session, Reconnect Inner Resilience, organized by IT Wing, Brahma Kumaris, Raj Yoga Education and Research Foundation. IT Wing is committed to enhance well-being of professionals, specifically IT professionals, help them experience peace and happiness in their personal and professional life. With this objective in mind, a national conference, Inner Resilience, a residential conference, was organized at Mount Abu, 1st to 5th September, where we had variety of sessions to help our participants improve their inner resilience. And what it means is overcoming from a situation quickly, overcome and get going. And today, we are here at this session, Reconnect Inner Resilience. The name itself suggests that this is a reconnect with the participants of the National IT Conference Inner Resilience, where we are going to talk to the participants and we're going to get a view from them in terms of how are they doing with applying some of the spiritual concepts, spiritual practices, what they've learned in the conference, and how this is benefiting them. And if there are some of the challenges that are being faced by the participants, let's talk about that as well. Because we know this is a spiritual journey, and any journey, right? In beginning, obviously there would be some of the challenges, and the objective is we all talk to each other, learn from one another, and move forward in this spiritual journey, making our lives happy and peaceful. So with this, the agenda for today is the next one is the panel discussion. And we've got some of the participants we had with the IT conference as our panelists who are going to share with you all their experiences. So that's the first bit. And after that, we open up to our audiences for any questions, queries they may have. And we have Padma sister with us. And if she doesn't join, then we will be able to facilitate the questions, queries, answer any questions that the audience have. And after that, a meditation experience. That is a peaceful journey within. And after that, vote of thanks by Sister Savita. So that's the agenda for today. And if you all are okay, let's welcome our panelists. So on the panel, we've got Rajan Mistry, Vice President Barclays, based out of UK. We've got Nikita Varfa from Deloitte, Hyderabad. We've got Darshan Parekh, TCS Ahmedabad. We've got Ekta Mehul, who's basically the company owner, Orana Solutions from Vadodara. She is also director of D.Y. Patil International University. We also have Biraj Palodia from TCS. So both are delivery head from TCS based out of Ahmedabad. So we've got panelists. We welcome all the panelists on the session. We also welcome our audience. Thanks for your valuable time and sparing this time with us. And with this, we get started with the panel discussion. First one, do we want to start with Rajan Mistry? Rajan, you are working with Barclays as Vice President based out of UK. And I know you traveled to Mount Abu only for this session, yeah? And would like to get your thoughts after the session, the IT conference. What are the key practices that you're trying to follow, apply in your day-to-day life, and how is it benefiting you? any experiences that you would want to share with us.
Thank you, Sister Trupti. Om Shanti, everyone. So it's been a rejuvenating experience attending the IT Summit this time around. So I've been attending this IT Summit since 2019, and in came the pandemic. So I couldn't attend the session, but this time around I made sure that I traveled all the way to Abu to make sure attending this session. We were privileged because there were 3 sessions from Sister Shivani, and there was an enlightening session from Brother Mohit Gupta, doctor. So I think there are a lot of takeaway. I've got my whole diary full of notes from there. But some key practices which I've started following is first of all, I've kind of started my routine early in the morning, because even if you go and read any books, I think everybody suggests that if you have a victory hour in the morning, you win your whole day, you win your whole schedule, and you win your life. So I've kind of made sure that I wake up early in the morning. At least I'm not been diligent to wake up 4 a.m. in the morning, but I've been able to wake up 5 a.m. in the morning now. And slowly I would move towards waking up 4 a.m. in the morning. The other thing which I've implemented is after waking up, I'm at least doing a 5 to 10 minutes meditation, reviving myself, encouraging myself, empowering myself, and reminding myself that I've got a lot of inner power and inner resilience to face any kind of life challenges. The other key practice which I've done is all of my Alexa devices, all of the devices, I've got B-Zone installed, or maybe there is an hourly routine installed, which every hour, starting 6 a.m. in the morning until 9 p.m. in the night, it plays the music, any random Brahma Kumari song. It plays for 90 seconds to 120 seconds. And it's just that we made a routine at home that everybody disconnects from whatever they're doing, irrespective of how important it is. Just disconnect for a minute and remind yourself how powerful, divine, pure, disciplined, determined, committed, what kind of soul you are. It's just like a tapping onto your brain and reminding yourself that these are the power you have. The other practice which I've started following is so I've started slow. I've not been very diligent, but yeah, I've started this slowly and trying to imbibe this in a day-to-day life. Disconnecting from all the digital devices after 8 p.m. in the evening. That's a big booster for my sleep. It's a very big booster for my recovery after whatever workout and the heavy, hectic day. And it also boosts your metabolism. I've got a really peaceful sleep. Touch wood, I'm been sleeping really well, 6, 7, 8 hours. Have really peaceful sleep. If you disconnect from any kind of a digital detox after 8 p.m. in the night, it's really good. And then I've also started doing a meditation before I consume any kind of food or water. And that's been playing a huge benefit in my life, because everybody has a challenge in their life. I've got a lot of challenges, personally, professionally, but all these practices is literally helping me boost up my motivation, boost up my inspiration. And it's been doing wonders for me. And I'm not just saying this because I'm really vouching for it, because I'm practicing it and I see the positive differences. So I would encourage everyone not to start with too many habits, but at least start 2-3 habits and start imbibing them into the regular life. And you would see the wonderful differences in that. And that would encourage you to imbibe more habits. Thank you, sister. Om Shanti, everyone.
Thank you, Rajan. Such an inspiring, it was really inspirational for us. And I'm sure, applying these practices in day-to-day life, I'm sure your life also will be filled with happiness, peace, and slowly we'll try and find out that the situations outside, they're kind of subsiding. So, and I do remember, Rajan, I know for the audience sake, we work in the same company, Barclays. And while you were in India, I remember a couple of years ago, you were not able to visit the IT Wing National Residential Retreat. And you were kind of, not happy with that. And I'm really happy that you made it this time. So thank you very much. All right.
It's a God's calling. And I think I've been privileged to attend this.
Absolutely. And thank you for making use of most of it. Yeah. All right, great stuff. So we now move on to the next panelist. We've got Nikita Varfa from Hyderabad. She works with Deloitte. So Nikita, may I hand it over to yourself if you want to share some of the experiences, some of the learnings you had from the conference, and how are you planning to apply in your day-to-day life?
Yeah, sure, sister. Om Shanti, all divine souls. So when I got to know about the IT conference in Shantivan, one of the sister from nearby center told me And I got to know that Sister Shivani will be facilitating few of the sessions, then I was very excited to attend it. And the best experience that I had there was during Amrit Vela. I used to do Amrit Vela earlier as well, but the vibrations, the purity, and very powerful and peaceful vibrations that I felt there, those automatically connected me to God, and I felt the direct and clear connection with God there. And one more thing that I felt really good there is the treating and greeting of all the sisters and brothers there. I never felt like it's my first time visiting Shantivan. As Padma sister told us that you have come to your home, and no doubt the surrounding, the environment, and the people have made us feel that. So after coming from there, I have been practicing Raj Yoga meditation, and I visit the nearby center regularly here in Hyderabad in the morning hours. And I have really seen the changes in me and my surrounding since that time. I used to be anxious, very anxious earlier, but now I can say that my anxiety have gone completely, and I feel so peaceful, calm, even in my professional life, my personal life, with my family. I am imbibing uh, all the points that Sister Shimani have taught us, how to treat others, how to overcome few difficult situations in life, and also the wisdom and knowledge that God gives in the form of Murli every morning, that really helps in overcoming a lot of situations. And one more thing that I would like to say here is the one thing that have helped me in waking up early is meditating before sleeping, going to bed. So I have experimented this with myself that whenever I do meditate before sleeping, immediately at whenever like 3:45 I set alarm, I get a push from bed that wake up, it's time now. So uh, without any difficulty, I wake up whenever I meditate before sleeping. So I would insist all of you, if you have not, go please visit the nearby center and experiment with yourself. Thank you.
Thank you, Nikita. This was really inspiring. And specifically, before going to bed, remembrance of God. So that early morning when you wake up, right? What happens is it's the conscious mind, right? Subconscious mind that works through the night, and the thought with which we sleep that gets carried away all through the night. And the morning when we wake up fresh, right? In God's memory, same energizing thought, right? Working for us through the night. So it's such a nice experience. One quick one. So we've heard people say with the IT life, professional life, hectic life that we've at office, workplace, is it easier for you, possible for you to maybe sleep and then wake up early, and then again, do the entire day work and then come back? I mean, how easy or difficult do you think is it waking up early and then, continuing through the day job?
Yeah, sleeping early is kind of a task for me because my work hours are till 8, but it gets extended mostly. And I try to convince my teammates that I cannot work beyond this time, but there are situations when I have to work little late. So anyways, whenever I sleep, I just make sure if I want to wake up early, I make sure that I meditate before before sleeping. So I wake up and I do not feel like I have slept less in any, suppose any day if I'm sleeping only 5 hours, I do not feel the next day that I have slept less. And I do not feel the need of sleeping or taking a nap. I just feel energized the whole day.
So nice. And that's
The power of Brahma Muhurat, maybe. Yeah.
When we are in meditation, it fills us, empowers us with the energy, right? So the energy that we normally derive from the sleep, we normally get it from the meditation. And that's one of the reasons people who meditate, they do not require a lot of sleep. So thanks, Nikita, for sharing such an enlightening experience. And now we move on to Darshan Parekh. Darshan, who works with TCS as delivery head, working out of Ahmedabad. Darshan, would you want to share some light, right, in terms of your learning, some of the takeaways from the conference, any spiritual practices that you follow? Anything to share with us, please?
Sure. Om Shanti, sister, and Om Shanti, all the divine souls. My association with Brahma Kumari started probably in 2018. In 2018, I attended first conference, ITV conference as a delegate. The experience attending the conference was extremely rejuvenating. It was excellent vibes that you would get, attending in-person conference at Santivan. And there is a difference that I have seen in the ways of working in my professional life. Earlier, there were situations which I'm sure all the IT professionals in today's world encounter, uh, deadlines, difficult situations, clients, escalation, so on and so forth, right? Um, there was a tendency to react to those situations earlier, right? But after attending this conference, I have realized, the situations needs to be responded rather than reacted. Okay. Every soul obviously has traversed through journey during the entire life cycle of, I would say, the four yugs that Baba has taught us. And during that journey, they might have imbibed certain good or bad, vices, I would say. And obviously, whatever is empowering a particular soul will come out during that situation. So you will have to treat each and every person as a soul rather than an individual, right? After the attending that conference in 2018, I have seen that there is a lot of progress that I have made in my professional career. At that time, I was managing just one project. Now I'm managing large team, close to around 400 people globally. Recently, I have attended the conference that I have attended as a Sevadari. The experience was again rejuvenating. This time, I have made it very rigorous, following up the schedule. Waking up at 4 a.m. Amrit Vela meditation, irrespective whether I sleep late, going to my schedule. I wake up at 4 a.m. do the Amrit Vela meditation. Whenever I take food, I always remember Baba at least once, the at lunch time or dinner time. I have also installed a B-Zone app, which enables you to remember Baba at least once. Detach yourself from whatever you are doing. That also empowers you. And every time you think that I am a powerful soul, I am a peaceful soul, I'm a pure soul, and I radiate a kind of positive vibes, positive energy, right? And yeah, I think I want to maybe also I'm kind of following daily movies and trying to imbibe those practices in my work schedules. So there has been an excellent transformation, I would say, both professionally as well as in personal life. So that's a brief, Sister Trupti, about me. And thank you for providing this opportunity to share my experience.
Thanks, Darshan. Thank you for sharing with us the transformational journey, both in personal and professional life. And absolutely, I think you touched, our minds. Basically, all of us as IT professionals, there are different type of pressures, like you mentioned, right? Delivery, the client, the boss, and now I'm so happy to know that your situations are kind of improving. Anything different, Darshan, that you think you were doing prior to getting into this knowledge? How was it different earlier? The situations were different earlier, probably because you were looking at it differently. And now the situations are same situations, but they look different to you, yeah? So, what is it that has made a difference in the situations that surround you?
Yeah, so see, like I said, the escalations that you face or difficult situations or timelines, obviously you will have to drive your team along with meeting those timelines. And because of pressure that you are in, you will tend to maybe, react, like I said, maybe vent out anger, right, to your teams, but that will be a short-term outcome, okay? It will not be a long-term positive outcome. So you need to respond to the situation. You need to take along your team with you, and not just venting of the anger, but looking at the situation calmly and then understanding, giving right positive vibes to the team also. So that's one of the important difference that I have seen in my professional life, right? And also personally, in my personal life also, there has been a significant improvement in the way we encounter situations, right? Surprises or difficult situations, right? Yeah, I mean, those are situations, probably it will pass by, and it's a journey. Every soul is on the journey, right? Ultimately, end destination is to achieve the enlightenment, I would say. And be near to God, probably getting to Satyugi world is what my aim is. Uh, so I'm trying to kind of, uh, follow regularly the practices that I have learned from attending the sessions, and also Baba's Murli Gyan is what I kind of note down certain points and try to follow through. Yes, there are improvements needed. Obviously, it's a journey, like I said, and it will take some time, but I'm sure I will be able to navigate and reach to my destination where I want to go. Spiritually.
Thank you. Absolutely. Spiritual destination. And all our wishes are with you, Darshan. Thanks for sharing the experience. And now we move on to Ekta Mehul, who's the owner of Oran's Solution, Vadodara, and also director of DY Patil International University. Hi, Ekta. Would you want to share with us, right, something that you've taken away, taken back home from the conference, and something that you've implemented in your life, applied in your life?
Yes, Sister Trupti, thank you for giving me this opportunity. And yes, there are many things which I have been learning. I am not associated with any center of Brahma Kumari. I was motivated to attend these sessions due to after listening lot of YouTube videos and awakening by Brahma Kumaris through Sister Shivani's sessions. And this is the second time. While everybody knows that this was an IT conference, we all know that IT has become so very disruptive. And as what Darshan rightly mentioned, that with the machines, we end up reacting rather than responding. We are so quick into reactions. It was this time where it was actually an awakening time where we started realizing as to how do we really respond. The practice which I followed was as such I am usually waking up at Amrit Vela, but I started with Raj Yoga meditation. I started realizing that just only by talking and motivating and rather giving lot of self affirmations, there is lot of change in terms of anxiety. There is lot of change in terms of response. Mentioning yourself as powerful and peaceful soul, telling yourself as being a happy soul actually makes the entire day happy. I started responding rather than rather than reactions. That was one thing. Secondly, I also started talking about, I also started one more practice which I followed was, while eating also, we were habituated either looking at a TV or talking to someone or on the phone, which I stopped completely. I started realizing that it is lot of importance. The food is the energy and we have to give lot of importance to it. And it has really not only increased my body, my body, but it has increased my metabolism also. With this fast life, I completely have a caretaker at home. Now I don't allow her to cook. She takes care of my entire rest part of the house, but cooking I am only doing because I understand that what I do is a prasadam for my family and I should take care of it. So these are the practices, simple, normal practices which I have implemented and followed, but they are beautiful and they are really, really making little changes are there, but the impact is huge.
And I completely echo The practices are simple to follow, but the impact is huge. I mean, obviously, and the points that you were kind of talking through, one is cooking, and the one earlier that you made was react versus responding to the situation.
Yes.
So one quick one, because I think this is, many of us would echo with this, right? I mean, this is a part of our day job, at home, at office. Typically, whenever there is a situation, earlier we used to react to the situation. And obviously, when we react, right, there is a different kind of risk, situation that it starts turning in a different direction. While when we respond,
To the Microsoft Office, open source
I think somebody
technologies and
mute. Right. When we respond, right, what is it that you did to ensure you are able to apply this? I mean, get a pause between the situation and your response. So you are able to think through it, you are able to decide in terms of what you want to do and act accordingly. Any specific practice, any specific action that you did, any activity to help you get towards this direction? Being able to respond and not react to the situations.
One is whenever there is any reaction, I start remembering myself, I'm a powerful and I'm a peaceful soul. So the moment I start reminding myself, automatically, you start you start understanding that no, you are a peaceful soul and you have to, that's the only one thing which I do, but it works like a miracle.
Thank you very much. I think this was really inspiring looking at it. I'm sure our audience who are here, I mean, they also are getting some tips in terms of how do we start applying some of the easier practices, right? Easy to follow, but the impact is huge.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Okay, now we move on. And we now have with us Biraj Balodia. So Biraj, who works with TCS as delivery head based out of Ahmedabad. We have Biraj. Hey, Biraj.
Yeah, hello, Sister Om Santi. Yeah, okay. So, my intention, right, when I came to know about this IT conference, so this was my first time visit to Santivan. And to be honest, I came with a specific agenda or intention. So one was to feel the vibes of that place that I heard, and the second was, to take one takeaway that, that I should always remember 24/7, right? Whether it's any situation and I should implement in my life. Because see, I am in touch base with Brahma Kumari since long. So, tackling small situation and challenges was fine for me, but I was looking for how I can I should have one thought in my mind, and I should take one thought or one quote from that conference which I should always remember. So these are the two intention to visit that conference. So the first one, that feeling the vibration. So it was really amazing experience when I go to that Baba's Kamra and doing the meditation. It was literally a different vibration. It was a higher frequency at all altogether. And I'm literally carrying those vibration till date, right? Even if I close my eyes, or even whenever I rethink about that place, people and vibration, right? I can easily connect myself to that place or to that vibration, and pick myself to that higher frequency. So that was the great experience. That was one. The second, my intention or agenda was that one quote. So that I started implementing in my life is, whatever happening to me, it's my karmic account kind of settlement, and how others are reacting to me, it's their sanskar. Okay, so in any given situation, I try to see any situation, any challenge in this way only. Okay, whatever happening to me, it's okay. It's my karmic account. I mean, I'm talking about big challenges, not a small thing, right? Always we can apply that react versus respond. So those things I was already practicing. But whenever we have big challenge, big situations in life, right? Then in that case, we need something here, some quote or some sentence or something that gives peace to our mind, something that we can easily settle down in a situation. So these are the key two takeaways, and it was a really amazing experience. And one new thing I learned is from Dr. Mohit Gupta's class is you can even change your DNA, right? So I mean, from science point of view, it is impossible. But with Raj Yoga, you can even, he showed some examples, right? That how he changed the patient's situation, and how, that he himself did this Raj Yoga practice, and how he come over from this, impossible that, the disease happened to him, right? So it was really, amazing. And yeah, I mean, uh, through Raj Yoga, you can do anything. That's what I take away from that particular session. So yeah, there are many points as others mentioned, but yeah, these are the two experience I wanted to share, sister. And yeah, thank you so much. Being a management person, I can understand what all it takes to arrange this kind of session. So thank you all, Brahma Kumaris and Brahma Kumars, to for your hard effort. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Biraj, and for both the points. Enriching, basically, yeah. One is obviously the vibrations that you talked about. The other one was GNA. And actually talking about the vibrations, I now recall Einstein, right, the famous scientist. According to him, everything is vibrations. The solid particles that we see, they've got, every atom has got proton, neutron, and electrons revolving, right? So the body, the table, everything, solid particles are also vibrations. So obviously, when we vibrate, right? Because I heard you say when you connect with God or when you sit in Baba's room, you feel that vibration. You've carried those vibrations all through. So, do you think when we vibrate at a higher frequency, obviously our body, right? Body particles also start vibrating, our health starts improving. That's the impact on our own selves. But have you also witnessed some kind of impact on others, the people around you, with yourself vibrating on a positive note at a higher frequency? Does this help other people being more peaceful, or maybe helping your relationships improve with other people around you?
Yeah, there are lots of example actually after I started implementation. So with my family itself, right? So actually I am the first one, and my wife is also practicing Raj Yoga meditation, but not. I mean, our journey is little bit slow, not in that much speed. But yeah, definitely when I our relatives, or when we talk to our I mean, there is always a small incident in our personal life as well as professional life, right? So instead of reacting, when we start responding, right, particularly in let's say for example in our family, right? So I have a 5-year kid, right? So he used to watch mobile while eating, right? So now that we stop completely, right? No TV, no mobile while eating. Okay. Always first, before you take any food or water, right, give blessings to that, and then only take as a prasadam. So that kind of thing, we started implementing. So that is one. And the second one that you mentioned, right, about Einstein, I would like to mention one more point. So because I heard somewhere, so Einstein came to India in his old age, and he after visiting and seeing the culture of India, he quoted that if I would have visited India in my young age, then I would be a saint, sadhu, instead of scientist. So that's what he quoted. That's I heard somewhere. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah. Definitely the Raj Yoga, it helped me personally a lot. I would felt from my bottom of my heart, and sure would love to practice in my day-to-day life.
And absolutely, I would agree with you. It was Einstein who said, right? The scientific inventions, they were invented at the core of silence. So, yes, you were right.
Right.
That's what his perspective was. So, it was really good, knowing all the good stuff from you all. What we will now do is also, because I know we've got questions, right, from some of our participants who've joined the IT conference. There were some questions in their mind. What I can do is maybe quickly talk to you, maybe for some of the beginners, right? And maybe this question, I can have this for Rajan Mistry yourself, because you did share your experience as a beginner. Would you have some recommendation? We've got audience here. Some of them may be beginners, some of them may be struggling initially, because like we said, this is a journey. The first step is really important, and that's the first step, right? That takes a bit of time, right? And would you have some recommendation, some kind of guidance for the people here who are just beginning, trying to begin with the journey, and who may be facing some of the challenges? Any recommendation for them, Rajan?
Yeah, sure. So I think I would simply suggest 2-3 pointers, which is very easy to implement. Because if you think about, like, I'm gonna do 10 steps, it is difficult to implement. So rather, I would say start small and try and make it a discipline. So recently I've read the book The 5 a.m. Club by Robin Sharma, and in that book he suggests you got to, if you want to earn your life, or if you want to win your life, you have to have a victory hour. So I would suggest maybe start early in the morning. I would not say everybody we would be able to wake up 4 a.m. in the morning, but at least start early, even if it is 5 a.m., 5 to 6 a.m. and try and divide that hours into 3 kind of 20 minute slots, which is first 20 minutes you meditate, second 20 minutes you probably do some exercise where you get your heartbeat up to 120 or above. So what that means is your neuroplasticity, neurotransmission kicks in, your brain starts working. And because you wake up early in the morning, the vibrations are very calm and settled. There are nobody who is awake in the family. There are not many people awake. So the intuitions and vibrations you can catch in order to plan your life, in order to plan your day, it's a really powerful hour. So that's why it's called victory hour. So you start with the meditation, then start with the some kind of a physical exercise, and the third 20 minutes you start with the diary, which is what I'm planning to do today, what I'm trying to achieve in this entire week, and probably 5-10 minutes read some few pages of the good books which you might want to read. So if you kind of plan this 1 hour in early in the morning, it kind of sets the tone for the entire day. And I would suggest even try for 2-3 days, and you will see the positive difference in the day. You would see a lot of positivity throughout the day. You would like the energy would be oozing out, and you would be like, I want to do a lot of things. And if you start your day early in the morning, there are no anxiety. Actually, you're not catching the time. You are kind of winning the time. You have got a lot of time left for you to plan, rather than if you wake up late in the day, you would be always catching up. Oh, I need to catch a train. I need to catch a bus. I need to get to the office. So every time you're trying to catch the time. If you start early in the morning, you would not be catching. You would be quite relaxed, calm, composed. And the second is just keep reminding yourself. The B-Zone app is really good. I think you can use any routine, but every hour, just remind yourself you got a lot of powers internally. Just remind yourself. That's it. I mean, that makes life really easy, and it works wonder. I mean, it's been working wonder for me, because every time I get to a situation where I'm not able to face the heat, or if I'm not able to face my senior business stakeholders, I would just remind myself, I'm a powerful soul, I'm a divine soul, and I'm a pure soul. And it kind of imbibes and give me that energy to face the situation.
Thank you, Rajan. I mean, obviously enlightening, and I'm sure the audience, and if you've got some of the beginners who may be kind of trying to find a way out, I'm really sure if you follow these steps, it will really help us a long way. So that's great. Thank you very much. And I think one of the questions we had, right? Through the day, right? We as IT professionals, we start our day, and obviously it feels like we're running through the day, right? Run to office, do so many activities, so many tasks, and every hour is important. And then we come back home, and obviously at home we have got our family waiting for us, and there are so many responsibilities that we carry at office, at home. I mean, so many things. And I think this question I will now have for Darshan Parikh, for yourself. Darshan, if you can help us, how do you, right since morning till the end, how do you balance your professional life and personal life? Any tips, right, for our audiences here?
Sure, sure, Sister Trupti. And I maybe just want to elaborate to what Rajan has said, right? Uh, you start your day, if your beginning of the day is really strong and powerful, rest, I mean, you have won the battle, right? Even whatever the situation you face throughout the day, you will be able to handle, right? So beginning has to be excellent. And that starts with the meditation, and maybe further drilling down to what Rajan said. I think three things, you will have to continuously uh, keep doing and reminding that, you are peaceful soul, you are powerful soul, right? And you are pure soul. I think this, and then that remembering Baba, Almighty, right? God, Supreme Power, trying to connect, that 20 minutes that he said, I think begin with 20 minutes and then maybe 30 minutes, 45 minutes, gradually you can increase. But the moment you gather that power, connect with Supreme God, right, in the morning, specifically Amrit Vela, I think you have won the situations, given what it comes throughout the day, right? And then second, we always are in hurry during the day, catching up time, like Rajan mentioned. Whenever you drink water, we are always like, gulping the water in one go, right? First, hold a glass, give that positive vibrations to water, remembering God, right? Sip it slowly, right? Uh, these all small things, gradually will really benefit a lot. Even while eating food, just maybe a minute of vibration connecting to Supreme Power, giving that positive thought. Again, reminding yourself, that you are powerful soul, you are peaceful soul, pure soul. Seven qualities of soul, right? I have not touched all, but these three to begin with. And take that food. I'm sure, whatever the situation that you're, coming across, you will be able to deal with extreme calm and composure.
And absolutely, I would echo charging the water before we
Yeah,
drink, charging the food before we eat. In
right.
Hindi, we say, Jaisa an, वैसा मन, और
Absolutely.
जैसी वाणी, जैसा पानी, वैसी वाणी. So absolutely. And I remember it was Ekta, right, who was also talking about while she prepares the food, right, Ekta? While you prepare the food in God's remembrance, you charge the food and then serve it to your family, right? This is like a prasad. So coming back to you, Ekta, while you do this, right, you charge the water, charge the food, and then serve your family members, energizing them, right? Do you feel any difference the way you had your relationships with your family members and maybe following these practices? Do you feel any difference the way you guys interact with each other, the way your relationships have grown now? Ekta, you on? Okay, not sure. If we don't have Ekta, maybe then Nikita, would you want to answer this, please?
Yeah, sure. So yeah, I am basically from Madhya Pradesh. My hometown is in Madhya Pradesh. I work in Hyderabad. So just after the conference, I went to home, and there I started cooking food along with my mom. So earlier there used to be a lot of waste thoughts in my mom's brain as well, and she used to talk about here and there. Then I started playing murli while cooking food. So I have seen the changes in everyone's behavior at my home. So everyone used to be happy and peaceful. Earlier, sometimes even during that time, if someone is not calm or angry on anything, then I used to like how Sister Shivani have told us that first you be in the higher vibration and then bless that soul. So I practiced that and I have really seen the changes at my home with that practices.
Thank you very much. And I would really, echo with you. It brings peace in life. It brings loveful relationships, happiness in life, right? Because the level of energy that now we are sharing with our family members or with people at office, right? That's a different frequency, right? That's a different type of energy that we are sharing. Earlier, if it used to be some kind of negative energy in my mind, maybe some kind of hatred, jealousy, some kind of anger, like you mentioned, right? Before the words, it's the thoughts that actually reach the other person. And even if we try and speak well, right, it's actually the energy has already gone, reached the other person, the negative energy. And that forms the basis of the relationship. So I perfectly agree when actually we start, right? We start filling ourselves with peace, love, happiness. We automatically start radiating these energies to people around us. And this really helps us bring that positive equation between two people, right? And helps our relationship really, absolutely. So I agree with this completely. And with this, I think we've got one more question for Biraj. Biraj, while we talk about anxiety, depression, there are so many things around us, right? Especially for IT professionals, because we've got hard targets, we've got deadlines, we've got timelines, right? Delivering a lot of expectations. How do you think, right? How do we cope up with, or there is some jealousy, some kind of hatred with my fellow beings? Would you have some suggestion in terms of how do we overcome some of the vices in our life, and how does it help us?
Yes, sure, sister. So, in professional life, earlier I used to react quickly, because as an IT professional, we always have some situations. And when we are managing the team, we used to have, many a times we used to have escalation or internal conflicts or many things, right? So first I started practicing, instead of reacting, I started responding, right? So now, I always try to, first I try to analyze the situation, right? So what exactly the situation is, and what can be the earlier I used to be a quick you know kind of I was reacting, like, why you did this, why you didn't responded on time, why you are late, or any situation it may be, why there is an escalation from customer, right? But now, I try to I, I generally take the two steps. First is try to analyze the situation, right? What is the root cause, and the second is how I can improve this situation. So there is a two-step process, right? So I started responding in that way, and it really helps me. I mean, you cannot control the team nowadays by just being that much angry young man, or being a typical manager, or I mean. Those days are gone now. Okay, so now you always need to being this Raj Yoga meditation, actually it helps me to be a true leader instead of a great leader. Okay, I don't want to be a great leader. That's what I learn from my analysis perspective, and I try to be a true leader, because in our agile world, right, it also teaches be a true leader instead of a great leader. You don't need to be a great leader. So always try to, yeah.
No, please go on. Yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's what I mean. Instead of reacting, try to, I'm always try to respond to the situation.
No, absolutely. You touch the point, theories of leadership, right? This brings us to yet another vast topic. And obviously, this knowledge, I'm
Yeah.
sure, will be immensely useful in the leadership journey as well.
Yeah,
Okay.
right.
Sister, I would like to add something to your question here.
Yes, please.
Yeah, so you asked about anxiety and depression in IT field, right? So even in the beginning of the year, I was going through a rough patch. as I mentioned, anxiety issues. So because why this anxiety and depression comes to nowadays to all the adults and many people is because we get attached to things very much. We get attached to our past, we get attached to uh, our things, our people. So Raj Yoga meditation basically teaches us detachment. So uh, God says that do not get attached to even your body, because this is not you are a soul which takes so many births, and this is in this birth you have taken this body. So with this detachment, we learn detachment from other things as well. So that really helps in living a depression and anxiety free life that have really helped me. So that's my personal experience.
Thank you very much for sharing this personal experience. And I'm sure there are many, many people who are, following Brahma Kumaris and spiritual practices.
I want to single escalation.
And hello, Dheeraj, you trying to say something?
Yeah,
Okay,
sorry. Yeah,
if not,
yeah, sorry. I think there is some network fluctuation, but yeah, I would like to mention one important point. So, since last approximate 2 years, right? I didn't get any single escalation. I'm managing the team. I have not any single escalation from customers. So, from professional point of view, it's a big achievement, and my team is doing. I mean, the satisfaction, internal satisfaction, not only the customer satisfaction, but the internal satisfaction, it also matters a lot. So team satisfaction is, also improved a lot.
absolutely. Thank you very much for sharing. I'm sure
Yeah.
this is really useful for all the participants who are here on the call. And I'm just conscious we've been talking with the panel members all through, and we now know, right? We've got our participants. I'm sure they may be having questions, right? Now, what we will do is maybe we will, hand over to our participants. Now, the next 10 minutes, I don't know if we've got Padma's sister here on the call. And if not, we can take the questions. So over to the audience. So anybody on the participants list, any questions, queries you may have on the back of your mind from the conference or even after that, any thoughts that you would want to share, our participants? You may need to unmute yourself first before you start talking. Okay, no questions from the participants? I know, obviously spiritual practices, and we know there are benefits, right? Like we've been talking to our panel members, we've got huge benefits, right? And somebody used the term as transformation. The life really transforms. Obviously, we start, realizing our own selves, where we were when we started and where we currently now are, and the benefits that we are reaping through the journey. And they are really huge impact, immense benefits. And like, we just heard our panelists talk about it. The practices, they are very common. They're very easy. Some of them are really easy to do, but the impact on our life is huge, humongous. And with this, anybody on the participants? Okay, no questions from the part, or why the participants are thinking through the question. Okay, anybody wants to raise their hand in case they are not able to unmute? Okay, I can see Mona Lisa who has raised hand. Mona Lisa, and may I request the admin, please, if you can help Mona Lisa unmute. Mona Lisa has raised the hand. We need to unmute. Okay. Mona Lisa, are you not able to unmute yourself? You've got a button at the bottom for unmuting yourself. No. Okay, no worries. We've got Abha as well. Yeah, Mona Lisa, I can see you've unmuted. Yes. Abha, your turn after Mona Lisa's done. Yes, Mona Lisa. Your question, please.
Yeah, not a question really, but I mean, Om Shanti, Sister Trupti. I actually wanted to share my experience as well. So my
Yes.
association with Brahma Kumaris has been quite recent. You know, it was as part of the Inner Resilience conference that I did attend in September. I have just completed a month of practice. But I'll be honest, I think I haven't been able to practice it continuously. I mean, the Amrit Vela meditation, which I had been, since a couple of years, I had always wanted to, be able to wake up at Amrit Vela, and not about meditation or something, but I wanted to wake up at Amrit Vela and, carry on my duty. So have a healthy, lifestyle basically. But having joined this session, got to know about the power of Amrit Vela meditation. During the session, I think I attended, or I consciously woke up, and because it's a different habit altogether from what I was having, right? Being in IT, so late night sleeping, and waking up even late in the morning around 7, or probably earliest could be 6:30. So that meditation, right, which I started doing there in Shantivan, that had very magical effects, I would say. And I wanted to continue because that had been there in my mind for long. So I wanted to continue. I have been trying to do that, after even coming back. I'm still doing it, though, there are on and off days. There are days when I'm unable to, check my schedule, official schedule, right? And when it goes haywire, say, for example, yesterday I was up there working till 12 a.m. in the midnight. So I couldn't wake up at 3:30 today, but whatever time I wake up, I woke up at 6:30. I ensure that I do my meditation, the Raj Yoga meditation, because I don't want to, go off track, because that's very empowering and very powerful. The impact that has got on me is magical. I mean, I won't be able to express what exactly, I'm sorry, there's a painful. I won't be able to express as to what exactly, works for me. But there are certain things that I have definitely learned there and started to implement. Number one being, recognizing that I am a, soul, a divine soul. The other thing is the traffic control, right? There is an app. We were told that there is an app. So I have got that installed. So every 1 hour gap, I take that 1 minute pause and reconnect with God. I do that. And I don't know what works. I have, as a person, changed to be more calmer, more stable, more grounded. Earlier, I used to be quite anxious, a very serious person. For me, everything used to be very serious and I have to be, on my toes. Now I am, perfectly calm, and I'm still able to, I don't even know how everything works or falls in place together. That's still a mystery for me, but it has been working wonders. And in terms of the sankalps that you are supposed to take, right? Because earlier I knew about meditation. There have been several people, because I had been in the spiritual track for say a couple of years now, about 10 years or so. People talk that, are you meditating? And I would say, what meditation? I can't sit quiet. I mean, I can't make my mind calm or quiet even for 5 minutes. But look at me now. I can actually sit, and do it for 45 minutes, which I have learned there. So the technique that they say, right? Because I think what Sister Shivani also said, that that mind is the only thing that you have got control on, right? Which you can control. And you only need to channel your thoughts, because mind is bound to get thoughts. But what you are supposed to do is you need to channel it to the positive thoughts, and see and draw power from that, right? Connect with the Supreme Soul and draw your power. So that is what has actually worked wonders. And now I can proudly say, or probably now I'm even realizing the benefits of meditation, right? Being able to calm my mind, have a single thought, and be connected to God for 45 minutes, which actually charges my day and gets me, prepared for addressing all kinds of challenges throughout the day. Plus the traffic control that I also have, every hourly checks, that again, helps me to refuel myself. It's just like I feel that, I'm filling up my tank, right? Each time, because I am still here in this, with this society. Not everybody is charged up as, with the positive vibrations that I have now currently. So I need to refill myself, right? So every hour I do, again, I go back, I connect, and I come back. So I think that also really helps me. The meditation before sleeping, I think that is one thing which I haven't been able to practice so far. Though during those days I was doing it. But I heard one of our sisters did mention that, that really helps to wake up, even though you have limited number of sleep hours, it gives you that push. So I think I would want to do that, from this session. I think that's a takeaway among several others, so that I can continue to be on this track. And yeah, it's wonderful. And I think I'm very thankful for this opportunity. And I really feel really blessed to be, associated with Brahma Kumaris and got to know about this, right? Raj Yoga meditation. It's wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you, Mona Lisa. And I'm sure, right, it's just smaller steps. It's baby steps that you take. And obviously, right, it's just the first step that takes, some time and effort. And there are some challenges. But I'm sure with this practice, smaller steps, I'm sure you will, certainly start reaping benefits. So obviously, thank you for sharing your experience. I know we've got Abha here, and I see a message not able to unmute. Abha, are you able to unmute yourself now? Okay, not.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Thanks, sister. Thanks. I would like to start with a thanks for having this opportunity to attend the seminar or the Shanti one, and it was a really my pleasure, and it really benefited me a lot. But honestly speaking, I couldn't practice this meditation. I did practice the meditation there, and I really felt that vibe. But after coming over here, coming back to home, I was not able to continuously sit for even 45 minutes. So I then, honestly, I am trying, but as others are able to do it, I am not, honestly speaking, but I will keep trying. That's one thing. Second thing is, the one thing that has helped me a lot is bringing peace to my mind, is detaching myself from the situation, passing on the blessings to the other person when some situation arises. I have always been a very calm person, or as a calm boss. I've been told that I'm a mother hen to my team. So my team is very happy with me always, right from beginning. All my team members were felt blessed to be with me. But in spite of that, I felt that I have improvised on my personal thought process, as well as delegation of my work, and my being with my people. And one major thing that has helped me is detaching from the situation, because it always used to keep me I used to feel being suffering from the situation, even if I am not passing those suffering to my team members, but I was myself used to be disturbed continuously by how do I work this out, how do I solve this. But after attending the session at Shantivan, I realized that I am taking too much of it on my own self and not correctly following. So after doing this session, I have really improvised on this particular front. And like the Sister Shivani said, that you have to detach yourself and not carry away with the situation, and pass on the blessings, and not as brother just now said, that not give on, not react to the situation, but to respond. So that has really helped me a lot, and I really feel that I should work on this meditation part, which will help me in disciplining myself. I do my yoga practices daily, but coming to those meditation part, I think I'll surely be blessed if I am able to do that.
Absolutely. No, you will be able to do the meditation. It's just like I said, initial steps. And like you rightly said, while you were at Mount Abu, right, the vibrations were different. And these vibrations, they help us connect with the Supreme Soul and experience peace, happiness, love, fill ourselves, right, with the divine virtues, feel ourselves, right, with the energy, and we feel energized. But when we come back home, right, it generally so happens that we are not able to connect with the Supreme Soul the way we are able to connect while we are at a spiritual place like Mount Abu, because the vibrations help. And now what you probably should do is, if there is a nearby center around you, the best thing is, there is something called as Murli, you may be aware, right? What we do is every day morning, the best practices say, go to the center and read or listen to Murli there, because you catch vibrations along with the Murli. And when we catch vibrations, we fill ourselves with the positive energy of the center and then come back home, and this energy then works through the day. But at home, what happens is there is a different type of energy, different people who may not have the experience of connecting with God and getting energy, right? And so what happens is their energy, we get impacted by the energy of the people around us, and hence our connection, kind of loses. So one thing that you can do is, as frequently as you can go to your nearby center. It could be daily, nothing like that. But if daily is not possible because of the work, timings, then maybe Saturday, Sundays, weekends, ensure you spend some time there. You go for Murli there, charge yourself, and then come back home and then spread that vibrations at home. And I'm sure by doing this, the vibrations of your home will also change at one point of time. I think that's something you can do. Yeah, just conscious. I know we've got some of the hands being raised, but conscious of time, we're pretty much there. What we can do is, we've got some of the participants raising their hands. Please, if you can drop your question here on the chat box, what we will do is we'll try and respond back, right, to you. And if not, we are not able to do that, then obviously there are centers, there are so many brothers and sisters. You can connect with anybody, your teachers. I'm sure, all our teachers, all our brothers and sisters should be able to help you with your queries and questions. And with this, right, the last bit that we have is the meditation experience. Now, if all of us are okay, right, let's spend some time, right, some time only for my own self. I'm sure all of us, we go for vacations, don't we, right? And I'm sure many of us have visited the beach, sea beach as well. What we will now do is, up till now, we used to go physical journeys to sea beaches. And now we are going to do a spiritual inward journey, taking us to the ocean of peace. Yeah, ready to go to a sea beach? All right, then, let's get started. Sit straight, back upright, feet on the ground. Feel comfortable. Be at ease. My body is at ease. My mind is at ease. Relaxed body. Relaxed mind. I detach myself from the external world. I disconnect my senses from this world. Draw my senses inward, experiencing my own self. I start my inward journey. I visualize myself at a sea beach, seashore, looking at the ocean, vast ocean, limitless, boundaryless ocean. And this opens up my mind to infinity. visualizing myself at the sea beach. My feet touching the sand. I feel the sand so soft and silky. I'm listening to the gentle breeze passing by. The breeze touching me feels so good. I'm listening to the birds chirping, melodious chirping of the birds as they fly by. Looking at the horizon, where the sky meets the ocean. Looking at the sunset, the color of the sun, orange color, sun spreading its shades all over the sky. The sky is filled with various colors and shades. The beautiful sun is visible in the water. Such a beautiful scene. I start gently walking towards the sea water. My feet touching the water. Gentle, cold water. I move forward. Cold water up until my knees. I walk forward. And now my waist is inside the cold water. My body feeling cold, mind feeling peaceful. I move forward. The gently cold water up until my neck and my body immersed. In the ocean of peace, I walk forward and the water above my head, my face, immersed in the ocean of peace. Eyes, ear, mouth, immersed deep in the ocean of peace. I move forward, downward into the sea, filling myself with peace, peaceful waves, like a blotting paper, absorbing peace, soaking peace all around. I move downward into the sea, continue to soak peace, absorb peace. My mind is getting filled with peace, peaceful vibrations, peaceful thoughts. I reach the bottom of the ocean, ocean of peace, absorbing peaceful vibrations. My mind is filled with peaceful vibrations, peaceful thoughts, peace all around. Because my mind is filled with peace, there is no stress, no tension, no anxiety. The thoughts of depression fading away, all kinds of worries, fears fading away. My mind is getting filled with peaceful vibrations. I feel safe. I feel calm, composed, at ease, relaxed. As my mind absorbs peaceful vibrations, I experience a peaceful state, such a beautiful state of mind. I feel relaxed, at home, at ease, peace all around me, experiencing peace, peaceful thoughts, deep peace all around me. I am absorbing peace, 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 deep experience of peacefulness. I love to be in this state. I want to continue in this state forever. To beautiful experience. I enjoy being peaceful. Peace all around me. Now, I gently move upward, moving back to the surface of the water, gently moving back to the seashore. I am outside the ocean of peace, looking at the vast, unlimited, boundaryless ocean, ocean of peace, feeling peaceful. And now, I go back to the external world, regain my senses. My ears are listening to the sound of the external world. My eyes are looking at the scene in the external world. Back with my senses in this world, feeling peaceful. Om Shanti. I'm sure you must have all experienced this peaceful state of mind. And by practicing meditation, I'm sure we will continue to be a peaceful being in this chaotic world. And this pretty much brings us towards the end of the session. And we have with us Savita Behan, Sister Savita. May I request, please, if you can share vote of thanks with the participants. Over to you, Sister Savita.
Yeah, okay. Om Shanti and greetings of peace from Mount Abu, where you all have visited and attended the event. So God's home, so your home. I'm sitting in my office in Shantivan, where Friday conference has been held. I was hearing to the experiences of you all, and it felt really, really good because whenever we organize an event, it's a bit of hard work for us, and when the hard work is paid off with the experiences of you all, the result is like when you really get the benefit out of the event, that is the happiness, and the result is that for us. So I'm really, really feeling very happy to hear the experiences you all, and you are able to use the knowledge which you have received from this holy land, and continuing with the same noble task of sharing the experiences, because when you practically apply something and get benefit out of it, and when I'm able to share that experience with others, that inspires others. And because spirituality is not something just to, especially when people come to Mount Abu, that's what we tell them. This is not just a place to come, visit, roam around, and go back and continue with the same life which you had before. So coming to Mount Abu, staying here, attending event, taking the experience back home is all about continuing that life. As we all know, spirituality, we have all learned by now that spirituality is a lifestyle. There's a way of life that is not something different from the everyday life which we live. So I would like to thank the Almighty Authority, who is the inspiration basically behind everything. Because whenever people come to Mount Abu and they express their gratitude, sincere gratitude for all those who are doing service here. And no one says that I'm doing this. No one says that I have done this. No one says that. Everyone would say he is there. He is the backbone. He is a support, mentor, guide, and we are just instruments. So anything which you see in Brahma Kumaris, whatever you have experienced in Brahma Kumaris, we all take power from the Almighty Authority, the Supreme Being. He is an instrument. So first of all, let's thank, let's convey, let's express our sincere gratitude to Almighty Authority, who empowers us, who guides us, who accepts us as we are, and who strengthens us whenever we feel low, we feel upset or disturbed, and he shows us the path to move on. So we all know what we are experiencing from the Almighty Authority. So let us express our gratitude to him. And Dr. Nirmala Devi, the chairperson of the IT headquarter coordinator, and all the IT team, the backbone team that is behind every successful event that we organize through on TV. And Patiya Bhuvaneshwar team also, we have Gulab Devi there, and the sisters, and Pitaba Sabhai especially, who really has so much will in his heart to organize such events, so that he wants to give the benefit to all IT professionals, whatever benefit he is taking. So he makes sure he organizes such events, and he follows with everyone. He makes sure such online events should keep happening, and everyone should get benefit out of it. And the backbone team who is behind the successful online events. I think since post-COVID, this online event. Sometimes meditation course, sometimes other sessions, sometimes now it is experience session. Like this one or the other event has been happening after lot like since COVID time. So with the Baba says we have it and is working hard for that. And each and every one, हर एक जो इससे प्रोग्राम के सफलता के पीछे है, सबको परमात्मा की तरफ से की तरफ से and on behalf of Mount Abu, your home, I would like to convey sincere gratitude. So let us take the benefit out of whatever we have received and keep sharing, keep spreading, keep inspiring all. Thank you and all.
Thank you, Savita sister, and thanks to all the participants. And all of you have a great day ahead and have lovely time implementing and applying the spiritual practices. Thank you, everybody, for all your time. Have a good day. Bye-bye. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Thank you.
Om Shanti. Thank you, sister.